I would highly recommend it. So not only are you building your health from the inside out, you're staving off heart disease, you're staving off dementia. If you had that in your family, cancers, all these things can be changed from the inside out. So if it takes you paying for a program, which is not expensive at all, to do it, then do it. Okay, so timing is everything in life. This has been my motto for a long time, and I realize that in my life, things come along at the perfect time. And my journey to get here where I'm at today with this program is I started with a book called Younger Next Year for Women. That was a long time ago, and it really talked about how vegan eating was important. And I, at the time, this is probably 10 years ago, Dale, and I thought, I'm not going vegan. Thank you very much. Not for me. And so I tucked that away. Then I read, my doctor recommended a book called The End of Alzheimer's. And it's kind of a hard book to get through, but it basically talks about 3 causes for Alzheimer's or for dementia. And one of those causes is inflammation. And so I tucked that away and I started reading a little bit about inflammatory foods. And, you know, it was just interesting. It's like, man, I could stave off and not be not have dementia or Alzheimer's because my papa had it. And that's kind of scared me. I'm like, well, maybe I just shouldn't eat inflammatory foods. So I tucked that away, but I was still eating them and eating pretty good, but still not doing great. And then a friend of mine lost 80 pounds and he read a book called How Not to Die. And all 3 of these books say the same thing. They basically say that we can change our body from the inside out. Now, it is not easy. It may be simple to read and simple to write down, but it is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart because our society and everything I see in front of me says, eat meat, eat processed foods, grab a donut, grab these crackers, grab cheese, wine. I mean, all these things create inflammation in my body. And that's not all. It creates death. It creates, cancers and heart disease. So my why is that this came along at the perfect time when all 3 of those books I've read converged. And Dewayne said, here's a program that while he calls them alkaline foods, which they are, they're also non-inflammatory foods. So that for me was the ding, ding, ding. And because I apparently can't do anything unless I pay for it, it had to have value, right? So for me, paying for that was like, okay, Robbie, you paid for this program. It fits everything you've ever learned. So do it. And that was the impetus I needed to continue on and really stick with it. Yeah. So instead of seeing as restrictive, right, there's 2 pieces to it. There's the foods that I eat, and then there was the fasting. And I was very fascinated with fasting because I'd never heard that fasting allows your body and your organs to take a break. I've never heard that. Dewayne said it the first call we had. So the 2 things that were restrictive, I changed my approach and I said, I'm not restricting, I'm giving my organs a break. That was the first conversation I had to change. I changed. And the second one is I'm not restricted. I am now eating these foods. So I get to eat these foods. And there's a bunch of grains I'd never had before. Love avocado, love walnuts. So I was focused on what I got to have to eat instead of what I didn't get to eat, and then focused on the benefits of fasting versus the, oh my God, I'm starving, which I really wasn't. I mean, it was just sort of a mind over matter thing. And and then the ability to do it was, I was just proud of myself, and I still am. Well, my daily routine is that because I stuck with it, I don't crave these foods. I still would love to have, a burger or something, but the reality is I feel so good and there's certain foods, lots of foods on the eating plan that I love to eat. So if I'm starving, I go create this great big salad that I love. I'm full, I'm satiated, and then I don't even mind hungry for, whatever it is, a cookie or, whatever it is. So it's really just been fascinating how I've twisted my brain to realize that I do get to eat good foods, and I get to eat strawberries and I find different ways to cook them, and new grains, amaranth, which I love, and kamut, which I love. Even Dewayne hasn't tasted those grains yet. Shame on you. So I would highly recommend it. So not only are you building your health from the inside out, you're staving off heart disease, you're staving off dementia, if you had that in your family, cancers, all these things can be changed from the inside out. So if it takes you paying for a program, which is not expensive at all, to do it, then do it. If this is a perfect time for you, then do it. And oh, by the way, you'll get super fit and lean, because what I tell people is that it looks like someone took a sculpted my legs, and they are in a state that I've really never seen before because they're not inflamed. All that inflammatory stuff just adds puff. And so if you want to look the best you've ever been, feel the best you've ever felt, and really reverse the process of all these diseases, then this is the program for you. This was different. This is a whole different eating plan. What's interesting is, he and I have eaten chicken, and we've done all these things together. And this is, to have someone like him who's a bodybuilder, who cares about his muscle, tell me this is the right thing to do and that I can do it. I've got to eat protein, and I didn't mention that. The protein shakes are the key, right? Because I have this pea protein that I take. It's been amazing, and I'm just proud of Dewayne for never stopping, because he could just not give up, but he could just say, I'm done. I've learned everything I want to learn. But no, he continues to strive to be better than he was yesterday. And this is the next step for him. And I'm proud to be on the journey with him. It's been a lot of fun.